Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Fanboys, go ahead and click off. Go ahead and click off this one. I talked about the Lakers being better without LeBron. But let's talk about this flopping. We have got to talk about this flopping. First of all, before we talk about flopping, I want to read the definition of integrity for you fanboys who may not understand what that is. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Read that one more time. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. I've said this before. LeBron James has no integrity as far as the game of basketball. Now, we are all human. We all have our shortcomings. I'm sure we have all been dishonest at times in our lives. But LeBron James is consistently dishonest at the game of basketball. And so are you fanboys. Let me just go ahead and say this. For you to go out of your way to defend the self-proclaimed king who consistently flops, which is a dishonest act, you guys are indeed yourselves being dishonest because you support this dishonesty. You support this dishonesty while at the same time wanting to put yourself in the same sentence as other NBA greats. Yeah, come on. We got to get for real about this. I've done another video similar to this, but we got to get really for real about what the implications of this flopping thing is. This should knock you out of contention for the top 10 by itself. LeBron James is the only player I have seen who constantly tries to promote his greatness while making excuses for why he is not as great as people say that he's not. He constantly promotes his greatness while making excuses for not being as great as he says he is. This is total ridiculousness, people. Fanboys, this is what you are in my comments every day defending. Explain yourself. Explain your king. I do not understand how you could even have respect for a guy who lays on the floor as much as LeBron James. Remember, this is what you guys like to say. Bigger, stronger, faster. Oh, he's 6'8", 250 pounds or 60 pounds or whatever he is. You guys love to bring that up as much as you possibly can. Yet your bigger, stronger, faster guy is laying on the floor all the time. Make it make sense to me, please. Fanboys, I don't need excuses. I need explanations of how these two things. LeBron James isn't. LeBron James is in constant opposition with himself. Again, the bigger, stronger, faster. But by the amount of times he spent on the floor, you would think he's the weakest player in the NBA. And there's probably some truth to that. Again, for someone who claims to be the GOAT, he is constantly making excuses for why people don't see him as great as he sees himself. He is at constant odds with himself. Again, this past first player who wants to also be viewed as the greatest scorer because he has the longevity record. He is in constant opposition with himself. And you fanboys, it's time for y'all to really give up some answers of how you can support this. And then to increase the intensity of the flopping, to increase the diabolicalness of the flopping, he also whines as much as any player we've ever seen in the NBA. Just constantly whining. Whining to the refs about what calls he's not getting. When the Lakers get plenty of foul calls. I'll tell you what they don't call, though. They don't call LeBron James for traveling and the many things that he gets away with. They don't call him for stiff-arming people. Not only doing drives, but on a lot of times when LeBron is cutting, he'll throw a stiff arm out there as well. I mean, it's just getting to a ridiculous point. And we got to start really addressing, like, these people on ESPN and these different shows, like, get for real. Like, somebody needs to come out and say, hey, this is some low integrity stuff, and stop sweeping it up under the rug. This is a low integrity way of playing the game of basketball for someone who you guys are trying to prop up as the second greatest player to ever play the game. Man, please. Can we be for real for just a minute and admit that this action should disqualify you from the top 10? Maybe the top 15, top 20. Like, this is disrespectful to the game of basketball. This is disrespectful to all the great competitors of the game. Whether you're talking about Elgin Baylor, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, Dr. J, Bird, Magic, Kareem, Russell, Mike, Kobe. This is disrespectful to the true competitors of the game. Not to mention, he's already been fined this season for flopping. Fanboys. Your king has already been fined this season for flopping. Come on now. We gotta... This has got to be addressed in a serious way. Like, this has to be a serious hit on your legacy. This cannot fly. And fanboys, like I said, if you guys support this, that says something about you. If you guys are out here defending this guy with your every breath, who plays such a low integrity brand of basketball, that says something about you. And it's time to crank up the heat. Fanboys, let me warn you now. It's not gonna get good for you over here. I would advise you to just go ahead and, I don't know if you subscribe to my channel. You fanboys are probably subscribed because you probably are always waiting to defend your king at the next video. But yeah, it's gonna get bad over here because this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm tired of seeing this guy lying on the floor. I'm tired of seeing him lying on the floor while telling us that we need to respect him and telling us that he's the greatest player of all time. Yeah, it's not gonna fly. But anyway, this is a short video. I just had to say something because this is way, everything in totality. Like I said, it would be different if he wasn't coming out here begging us for respect, praising himself at every turn. It would be different if he wasn't doing all that stuff. It would be different if he wasn't trying to be viewed as the top 5 greatest players of all time, really viewed as the GOAT. It would be different if he didn't have Unclutched Sports out here pushing his narrative. If he was just another player and, we could say, okay, he's super talented, but he flops and he accepts where everyone decides to rank him, then okay, accept the accountability for your actions. But no, you can't do it all. You cannot do it all. You cannot be viewed as the greatest while flopping and whining and going to super teams and, getting players traded and doing everything within your control to control your own destiny, but still not accept responsibility for your failures. Yeah, you can't do it all. You can't have it all. It's one or the other. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really don't even know what to say because obviously, you fanboys are going to continue to support this foolishness. And I know the people who are real basketball fans, who are true competitors, no matter what era you from, whether you grew up watching the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, I know that people who are real fans of a better brand of basketball do not agree with this foolishness that this guy does on a regular basis. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I will see you next time. All right.